Welcome seekers, you have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky and today I bring you another pick a card tarot reading. Now with this pick a card we're trying to answer the question, when will you meet your future spouse? I'm going to provide you with three things. Number one, I'm going to provide you with an actual timeline of when you're going to meet your future spouse. That will be towards the end of the reading. Towards the beginning of the reading, I will essentially talk about their current situation, their thoughts, their feelings. And number two, I'm going to talk about how will the first meeting be like. All right, so before we get started, just want to remind you seekers that I'm having a fall special for a one question written reading. It's only $10 and that is a fall special. So take advantage of that while it lasts. The link is going to be in the description below. You do have to go to my Etsy store. And for those of you that haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. This channel is dedicated to pick a card readings as well as many other things. And there's a lot of more exciting things coming down the pipe. So subscribe so that you are alerted. Let's go ahead and get started. In front of you, seekers, you have three groups. You have group number one. For group number one, we have blowing bubbles. All right, now for group number two, we have the shooting star. For group number three, we have lights in a jar. All right, so go ahead and pick your group now. I am going to include the timestamps in the description below, and I will see you in your group. Welcome group number one to today's pick a card tarot reading, where we will talk about when will you meet your future spouse. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, just want to remind you seekers that I'm having a fall special for a one question written reading. You do have to go through my Etsy store in order to be able to place your orders. The link is going to be in the description below. Take advantage of that fall special while it lasts, and also subscribe to this channel for future pick a card readings just like this one. All right, so the first question that we're going to answer is, what are their current situations? What are their thoughts and their feelings? Second is, what exactly is going to happen when you first meet them, right? How will the first time meeting them be like? And third, I'm going to provide you with an actual timeline. So I'm going to try and get as close to the date as possible. Those three things are going to be answered. Let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with the Fairy Oracle, the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. We have here, far, far away, creative daydreaming. Interesting. I like this card. It looks like your future spouse is a creative person. So what I see with this card is that they are currently at this time trying to visualize exactly what they want. There's an image of what they want. They're just trying to put the pieces together. They're trying to make sense of it. It looks like there might be the beginning stages of an idea kind of blooming here. It's like they're putting things together, and I feel like they're working towards something, but they're still trying to figure it out. Now let's see what the second oracle card you picked, the girl blowing bubbles. Let's see what this card says. My wishes float easily out into the world. Bubble power. Yes. So all right, there we have it, right? We have this almost desire to manifest something truly wonderful. This person that you are going to marry is a creative person, and so I feel like they are right now at this moment in time just really thinking a lot about what they want, what they truly essentially feel very happy doing, and they're trying to just kind of orchestrate a plan around it, right? They're trying to see how they can get away potentially from a 9-to-5 job, They're trying to get away from something that's too restrictive. You know, creative people, they can't be tied down for too long when it comes to, you know, a job, or when it comes to a career that unfortunately is too repetitive, or, you know, they need to be able to be free. They need to roam free. They need to be able to just explore. And that creativity, at some point, it kind of reaches the next stage. It evolves into something truly dynamic, and they're able to then put that dynamic energy into paper, and you know, the results are truly fabulous. You know, just take a look at J.K. Rowling. That is she is, I believe, the ultimate manifester, right? She created this beautiful world, and she did it by escaping from that natural reality that she was living in, and she created one of the most beautiful dynamic world that we're going to be talking about for years and years. So I feel that your future spouse is kind of going through that same kind of energy right now currently. You know, these are their thoughts, these are their feelings, this is their situation. There's an ambition. They know that they're creative. They know that they want to create something that's going to essentially inspire a generation, but they're trying to see how best to actually make that happen. So they're going through this process of exploration. All right. So that is their current situation. Let's move on to the next question. And for this one, we're going to actually use the tarot. The next one is, how will the first time meeting them be like? So let's see if the tarot can give us a little insight into that first meeting. Let's see, you know, what's going to be going on, them, what's going to happen. Let's see how this meeting is going to be like. Spirit, help us out here. Wow. All right. Wow. Okay, so you've got the Lovers card, and then you also have the Two of Cups card. I mean, that is just definitely something. I mean, something. Very special. So the first thing that I'm noticing here is that your first meeting might be when you least expect it. I think that the fact that you've got the Empress card reversed, you're not going to be feeling your best. You know, you're not going to be feeling your best. I think that this Empress card is a representation of you. You know, you're probably going to be in a situation where maybe you aren't dressed up like you would like. You're not exactly, you know, wearing the kind of attire that you would like to meet your future spouse in. Very kind of impromptu. It's like a surprise. You're kind of caught off guard. The face that you normally, you know, because we all wear different masks, right? Well, the mask that you're going to be wearing is your own. It's not a mask that you've had to polish and clean and get ready for a certain audience. You're not going to be putting on a show. At this moment in time, when this person sees you, they're going to see you in your entirety. Yeah, you as you normally look. You without all the extra glamour. And so that's why you got the Empress reversed. I feel that maybe potentially, you know, this is something that you yourself you're going to feel self-conscious, I feel. That's why the Empress is reversed. You're going to feel self-conscious. And I think that it's all tied to beauty, physical beauty. I think you're just going to be out and about, not wearing what you want to wear. Or for some of you, it could just be that, you know, you're almost caught in a situation where there's a necessity. You're seeking help, or you're seeking assistance, right? It doesn't have to be that you're in trouble. It just means that, you know, it's like you go out and you're maybe looking for something, and you just ask a person, right? You ask an employee. And so within that process, within that dynamic, within that seeking assistance, this person comes. Now, this is going to be love at first sight, okay? I don't know if you guys believe in love at first sight. I happen to think that, you know, love has many different phases, right? Love starts in this kind of very beautiful, you know, butterflies in the stomach kind of love, and then it evolves into something much more mature. So you're going to feel that very early on. You both are, right? Which is why we've got the Lovers card right here. So this is that burst of love. It's almost divine, really. And there's a draw here. There's divine intervention almost. And so what this card is also telling me, and I feel very strongly that this card is trying to communicate to some of you, is that you don't have to worry. A lot of people, I think, they worry. They want to be at the right place at the right time. They want to be wearing the right thing. They want to feel the right way. They want to make sure that they're prepared, right? And for you, group number one, you're being kind of told here, you don't have to go through that process. You don't have to be completely prepared to meet this person. They're going to be almost taken aback. They're going to be shocked as soon as they see your face. It's almost like this light is going to shine out of you, and they're going to know that there's something truly precious there. And they're going to be able to associate the fact that, okay, I want to explore this person, or I want to talk to this person, and I feel that they're going to come to you. They're going to come talk to you. And that's where this spring, this beautiful start to the relationship is going to take place. Now, one of the reasons that I feel this person is going to be able to just see something very special in you is because of this Wheel of Fortune. And this Wheel of Fortune just kind of talks about this person just knowing that there's something in your eyes that they want to explore further. It's like, when you have this feeling very intuitively that something is about to happen or something is about to unfold, sometimes we question it, but this person is going to have that feeling. You're also going to have that feeling. So it's going to, it's going to draw you guys in, right? So I feel that with this Wheel of Fortune, with that Lover's upright, you don't have to try and overexert yourself or be at a certain place or be prepared. It's like, as a matter of fact, you're going to not feel very happy with how you look. You're not going to feel very happy with how you are dressed potentially. So, or how you're feeling at that current time. It's not only your physical appearance. I say physical because the Empress is also about physical beauty, but internally maybe you're not going to be feeling all that great, right? But it's almost like what the cards are telling you is that when you are feeling at your lowest, this person is going to come in, and it's almost going to fill you up in such a dynamic way that it's going to lead towards something truly beautiful. And so with the Two of Cups reversed, this is interesting. We've got the Lovers upright, so we know that the Two of Cups isn't talking about anything negative, but it could be just talking about how you're feeling or where you're at that current time as well. So it could be shining a little more light on the Empress reverse. Maybe you're feeling some ways loveless, or maybe a friend just got you mad and you're just feeling a bit unappreciated or unloved. And it's interesting where you're going to be feeling this way, and this person is just going to come in, and that Lover's energy is just going to be so highlighted. And so it's going to result in this beautiful magical scene right here, right, where you both look into each other's eyes, and there's just this knowing that there's something truly dynamic. The fact that we've got the lotus flower as a symbolism here is so important and beautiful, because the lotus flower grows in a swamp, one of the most horrifying places, right? But the lotus flower, which is, I think, the most beautiful flower in existence, grows out of that nasty swamp into that beautiful flower. So the fact that we've got the Empress reversed, the fact that we've got the Two of Cups reversed, tells me that maybe the environment isn't ideal, and you're just not going to be feeling all that great. But this person is going to step in right at that time, and as soon as you guys make eye contact, you're going to know this is magic. And we look at these two cards, and why are they so important? Because we literally have two people staring into each other's eyes, right? I mean, and there's magic all around. There's sparks flying. So it's like, it's going to really be something special. It's going to be really something to behold. I feel that you guys are just going to you guys are going to know that in some ways you were meant for each other. I feel that maybe potentially this is a soulmate connection, and I will be doing a soulmate reading very soon. So stay tuned for that. But I feel that this is a soulmate connection. Anytime I get the Lovers card and then you put that together with the Two of Cups, I mean, it just screams soulmate. And it makes a lot of sense that, if you two would actually look at each other and feel something special, something almost dynamic bringing you two together, you get this feeling, you get this strong feeling that it was almost destined to happen, right? And you do see that here with the Lovers card. We do have a representation of Spirit as Michael, the Archangel Michael, just kind of stepping in with that white dove as a symbolism of Spirit saying, I brought you two together. So, my goodness, there's just so much beauty with these two cards. The Hierophant reverse is interesting. The Hierophant reverse is interesting. I think that the Hierophant reverse might be talking about the location of where this might happen. The Hierophant reverse to me just gives me this this thinking where, this might be a place for some of you where people go to learn something. This could be maybe a school, a place where people just get together to understand something. But for others, the fact that it's reversed, for others, it could be talking about the opposite of that. It could literally be talking about a place where people just go to just have fun, right? To not really learn anything or gain any kind of understanding of life, but really just to have fun, maybe interact. There's a sense of just, having more fun than in other places. So, very interesting. That is what I see with the Hierophant reversed. Now, we're going to move on to the final thing that we're going to talk about here today, and that is the timeline. So, what is the actual timeline of when you are going to meet this future spouse of yours? So, what we're going to do is we're going to throw 3 tarot cards, and we're going to see exactly in months how long it might take. So, here we are. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, group number 1, obviously, it's going to be different for most people, but with the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups, what we have here is 15 months. So for some of you, it's going to take 15 months for you to meet this person. That's not a long time, okay? That is not a long time at all. But for some of you, it can be as early as 1 month with that Ace of Cups. For others, it's going to be within 4 months. For others, it's going to be within 10 months. But no more than 15 months for the totality of this group. So that is very, very interesting. All right, so we're going to throw an oracle card just to kind of I just want to throw an extra card to give you guys a little more insight about this relationship, maybe some advice from Spirit. So since we got that Archangel Michael, I decided that we're going to go ahead and throw a Archangel Oracle card. So let's see, just one Oracle card to give you guys some advice, something to take home with you, and it is concerning this relationship, this future spouse of yours. So what advice do you have to give, Spirit? Archangel Sedkiel. All right, so Archangel Sedkiel wants to tell you that it is time for transmutation. Carry the violet flame. Wow. So that is very, very powerful. Very powerful message. I feel like for some of you, what you're being told here is that it's time for some very dynamic changes. It's time for prayers to be answered. It's time for the ultimate manifestation. So I feel that a lot of you have been trying to manifest this relationship for a while now. You've been asking, you've been visualizing it, you've been living it, you've been almost feeling like that person is there. You've done the work, you've done that inner healing, that inner fire is burning, right? That flame is burning, and now it's turning violet, which means connection to a source, connection to Spirit. And so it's almost like some of you have been activated. And the fact that we've got, for some of you, you're going to meet them within 1 month. I mean, this is right around the corner. 4 months, right around the corner. 10 months, right around the corner. Even 15 months is not that far away, right? So the fact that we've got such a short timeline, And now we've got here Archangel Zadkiel talking about it is time for transmutation, right? Carry that violet flame. We have this energy of complete transformation. We have an energy of moving from what you are and what you know to something completely new. So prepare for that energy, embrace it, open your arms and say, thank you, Spirit, I receive it, let me have it, and period, right? That's not question if, and, or, but. Let's just receive that blessing into our lives, right? So that is the final message. Thank you, seekers, for watching. Quick reminder before we go, I am having a fall special for a 1-question written reading, only $10. Take advantage of that. I'm not sure if it's going to last for past fall, but it will be for the duration of fall. So the link for you to access it is going to be in the description below. You will have to go through my Etsy store. Thank you for that. Also, don't forget to give this video a like, seekers. Like, and comment down below. I want to know what you thought about this reading. As you know, I've been writing back to all of you seekers. I love reading your comments, so comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And join me on Patreon. I've been doing weekly, what will come next, or weekly prediction readings for patrons only. So join me there so that you can gain that benefit. Thank you so much for your love, your support, seekers. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, where we will answer the question, when will you meet your future spouse? So first thing we're going to talk about is their current situation, thoughts and feelings. The second thing is, how will the first time or the first meeting with them be like? And number 3, I'm going to provide you with an actual timeline of when you are going to meet your future spouse. Now, before we get started, just want to remind you, seekers, about my fall special. This is a big special, $10 for a 1-question written reading. So take advantage of that. It is only for the fall. The link is going to be in the description below. Thank you for that. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can receive or be alerted whenever I put out one of these Pick a Card tarot readings. All right, so let's first talk about their current situation for your future spouse, their thoughts, their feelings. What are they going through? We're going to start with 2 oracle cards. You picked the shooting star. So let's reveal what the shooting star has to say about this. Wish upon a star. I am made from the stuff of stars. I matter. Interesting. And then the second card is from the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. Let's take a look and see what we have here. All right, you've got the Grail Fairy, fertility, the return of life, health, life cycles. Interesting. All right, so your future spouse is currently going through a process of realizing that they are important and that they, in this very moment in time, they matter. So what that looks like is them going through this kind of new workout or routine. This could be them trying to get in shape, trying to look a certain way, trying to eat the right foods. They're trying to maybe lose some weight. They're trying to gain some, some muscle. They're trying to look their very best, right? The fact that we've got the return of life tells me that they're currently right now inspired by something. They're inspired to reach a new height. And so what I feel, because we do have fertility, we have life cycles, what I feel when I look at these 2 oracle cards and I try and tap into their current situation, their thoughts and their feelings, is that they want to find a partner. And so they know that if they are going to find a partner, they have to look their very best. They have to be at their very best, right? A lot of people tell you otherwise, right? A lot of people tell you that's not true. You just have to, be a certain, no, it's, this person doesn't believe in that. This person believes that in order for them to be able to attract something truly great, which person watching this, you are truly great. In order for them to be able to kind of attract you, they know that they have to work on themselves. they know that they themselves have to, in some ways, be responsible for for themselves, for their health, for for the way that they just carry themselves, right? So it looks like this person is on a journey. They're on a journey of changing their body, changing how they look, changing the way that they even think, right? So we've got here life cycles as well. So when we have those two words, right, life cycle, it really talks about every area of life. I think that this person is just going through all of the areas of their life, whether it be family, friends, relationships, job, career, finances. They're going through every single area of their lives, and they're examining, okay, what can I let go? What can I improve on? How can I make this better? And how is this going to benefit me? And how can I create the ambience for my future spouse to come, right, and be happy with me? So they're really just going through a process of transformation. They're going through a process of creation, right? And so it comes from their desire to find a future spouse. It comes from their desire to expand from where they currently are right now in their current situation. They really want to be successful. And I think that one of the areas that they know that they need to improve on is really their health. Because we literally have the keyword health with the Grail Fairy. So yeah, this is definitely someone who is very preoccupied with this. I think, I'm seeing this image in my head of this person just going to the gym, trying to get in shape, trying to look their very best, following a very tough, difficult routine, maybe body weight exercises, lifting. This person is definitely trying to work on themselves physically. It's really what they're trying to do. And, this is kind of like a courting. This is like a courting ritual, to be quite honest with you. This is like their way of saying, I'm going to prepare, I'm going to be my very best. When I meet my future spouse, they are going to be just enamored with me. And they're going to just know that I am ready and able. And if I have to defend them, if we have to, in many ways, fight, fight against any kind of outside threat, they'll know that I am capable of defending myself and them as well. These are the energies that I'm seeing with this person, that I'm kind of visualizing, this image that I have in my head of your future spouse. They really just want to be ready. All right, they want to be ready. They want to be agile. They want to just be someone who is someone who you can really depend on. Someone who you can look at and say, wow, this person can take on the world. Also, it's about how they feel inside, right? Their ability to actually feel like they want to go out and do something, right? So they want to make sure that they're at the peak of their health, so that they have that extra energy to actually meet the demands of a new relationship. So very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this, how you two are going to meet. We're going to start with some tarot. We're going to use the Star Tarot, and we're going to ask Spirit, how is this meeting going to take place? How? Let's take a look. Alright, shuffle. And here we are. First card out, the Hangman reversed. 10 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Justice. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Wow, so it looks like a lot of you picked this group. Because there's definitely a lot of different... there's just so much to talk about here. So a lot of you picked this group. I'm going to mention a couple of different scenarios. Whatever feels right in you intuitively, that one is the one for you. So the first thing that I'm seeing for some of you is a family gathering. So, this is definitely something that I feel is going to be like, maybe a party or just a gathering where you come together. Maybe you're invited, and they're invited too, and you see them there, right? So we see that with the 10 of Cups is what I feel is going on here. This 10 of Cups. And so this family gathering, and there's a lot of love going around, a lot of understanding, right? It's just such a family environment. And so within that family environment, this person is going to kind of show up, and you're going to see them, and you're going to be kind of taken aback by them. And so what I feel is that with the Hangman reverse, they're going to just also be very taken aback by you, to the point where they are going to approach you. They're going to come and they're going to talk to you because they saw you and they're just so enthralled by your beauty, right? That they're going to want to come to you. They're going to have the confidence to come and talk to you. And that's another thing that I notice with their current situation, thoughts, and feelings. They're trying to lift their confidence up by actually getting in shape and looking their very best. That's what they're doing. That's the process that they've chosen to follow, so that they can lift their self-esteem up to the point where they can go up to a person that they are just completely and utterly in love with, or enthralled by, or just shocked to see, which you are going to be that, and talk to them, right? And have the courage to do it. So I see here with the Hangman reversed, I feel like there's going to be some kind of hesitation, but at the same time, that hesitation is going to turn into this kind of anxiety, and that anxiety is going to just come out, in this burst of energy where they're going to want to come to you and talk to you immediately. You might notice that they're just kind of all over the place. They start talking about this, and then they'll start talking about that, and they'll start talking about something else, right? That's kind of that Seven of Cups energy, where this person can't make up their mind of what they want to talk about. And it's because there's just so much likability here. They're not going to understand, or not going to be able to fully put how they feel into words. And so what that's going to look like is just kind of scattered words, scattered thinking, right? With this Seven of Cups, they're going to want to tell you everything at once because they don't want for you to go away without knowing who they are, and having some kind of lasting experience. So it's going to come out as this kind of nervous energy, and I think that potentially you're not going to enjoy that very much, which is why we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. You're not going to really like that nervous kind of energy. You're going to kind of wonder, okay, what's going on here? But that nervous energy is just because they're just completely and utterly just taken aback by your beauty, right? They see something special in you. But ultimately, with the Ten of Cups, you're going to see something beautiful in them too. So this Nine of Pentacles reverse is just kind of a momentary thing. Then you've got the Justice, which then, balances the Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. And what that means is that you are going to be able to see the value in them. You're going to be able to take from them what they want to give you at that time, and you're going to deem it fair. You're going to deem it right. And you're going to want to keep talking to this person. All right, so that is one scenario. Now, another scenario that I'm kind of noticing here is that I feel that this is going to be, you guys are going to meet in some kind of business environment, right? There's going to be some kind of business dealing, so it could be out and about. This isn't for a lot of you. I just don't feel like this is for a lot of you. I think the first option is for most of you. But for others, this is going to be when you're out and about, potentially shopping. You are, when I say business, I mean you are visiting a business. You are shopping. You're in an actual business environment, and you are there to buy something. And you're deciding on what you want to buy, and this person is going to see you, and they're going to come to you, and they're going to talk to you. Which is why we've got, again, the Hangman energy reversed. The one thing that's for certain, this person is going to have that anxious energy. When you see them, they're going to have that anxious energy. Some of you are going to react very differently to it. I think that some of you are not going to really like it, or you're going to be kind of taken aback by it, but at the same time, you're going to love everything else. So it's going to be one of those things where you just don't really care. Others are going to be a little flattered by it. It's like you're going to understand intuitively why this person is so nervous and why there's that nervous energy. And it's because obviously, they just saw something beautiful, and they need to make sure that you know that, and they want to talk to you. So, it's going to result in something truly beautiful. I think that this relationship is going to have just from the very beginning, there's going to be this sense of just true love for each other, right? And that love is going to feel almost familiar love. And so what I mean by familiar love, I mean soulmate connections, right? It's like whenever you come across a connection that feels like you've known them before, it's like and so a lot of us maybe have had this, or for those of you that haven't, just know that there are different soulmates that we can have in one lifetime. I feel that there could be more than 3 soulmates, and these people can actually reincarnate with you within the same lifetime. So these are people that you have essentially had a relationship in past lives, and so they come and they're still a part of this life now with you. And so this person, I believe, is going to be one of your soulmates, and I feel that there's going to be this familiarity. And when you see them, when you look into their eyes, when you're around their energy, that is going to really be something that you are always with, or are always constantly thinking about. Like, my goodness, I know this person. I don't know from where, but they seem so familiar. It's like I've known them my entire life. And that's because you've reincarnated with them in a past life. So whenever you feel that familiarity, just know this is a soulmate, right? This is someone who I have lived with in a past life. They've chosen to follow me here. They've chosen to reincarnate with me here. We probably have a soul contract. We probably are here to learn a certain kind of lesson together. So that's why there's that familiarity there. And I believe that there is going to be this kind of divine intervention with the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Cups, where there's this illumination around this. And, it's like you're going to understand there's something special about this person. And you're going to be able to make the connection, okay, it's impossible for me to not have known this person. And so I think that that's where the conversation takes on a whole new dynamic, because you're going to start talking about, where do I know you from? And then this person is going to start telling you everything about their life and what they feel and what they essentially are aspiring to do. And you're going to be so drawn to that, because it's like, it's going to feel familiar, right? And same thing with them. They're going to go through the exact same process with you. It's just going to feel familiar. They're going to be in love with you, your story, and what you are. Okay. So that is what I see there. Now, we are going to go ahead and try and get a timeline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 3 tarot cards. We're going to add up the cards, and we're going to see, how long it's going to take for you to meet this person. All right. So let's go ahead and throw the 3 cards. All right. So this is not that bad. So we've got the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the Death card. So those numbers, they add up. Okay. They add up to 19 months. That is not a long time at all. Okay, 19 months. Now that is for some of you. For some of you, this is going to be as early as 3 months for some. For others, it's going to be 6 months. And for others, it's going to be 13 months. And then for others, it might actually be the full 19 months. So no more than 19 months will it take for you to meet this person. So that's interesting. But again, just to repeat the numbers, for some of you, it's going to be as early as 3 months. And then for others, 6 months. For others, 13 months, and then for others, 19 months. So, very interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw one more oracle card. Because I want for Spirit to give you a message, to provide you with a message that you can just kind of take home with you, and it is going to be concerning this future spouse of yours. So Spirit, whatever group number 2 needs to hear right now, please give it to them at this very moment, Spirit. So archangels, what do we got? Okay, you've got Archangel Gabriel showing up. And Archangel Gabriel is here to tell you, shimmer with diamond light. Express your creativity. Wow, shimmer with diamond light, express your creativity. Archangel Gabriel, that is very interesting. So, when I was reading that, I felt like maybe this is you right now currently. What can you do? What should you do now that you have this reading, now that you know that this timeline is real, and potentially for some of you, it's going to be within 3 months. What do you do now? And so I think that Archangel Gabriel is trying to give you a little insight. Work on your creativity, right? focus on yourself, express that creativity, shimmer with diamond light. You know, shimmering with diamond light just means to, in some ways, be the light. You know, anything that you create from this moment forward is going to be very precious to the world, to the point that people are going to be drawn to it because it is going to be a shimmering diamond. So focus on your creativity, express that creativity. There's so many different technologies out there that you can utilize to show the world just essentially what you are creating, what you are doing. There's just so much that you can do at this moment in time. So express your creativity is Archangel Gabriel's message. Now, another thing, this could be talking about your first time, the first time that you meet this person, right? What's one thing that you can maybe potentially do? Express your creativity, right? So just remember that Archangel Gabriel message. And that brings us to the very end, group number 2. Thank you for watching. Quick reminder, I am having a fall special for a 1-question written reading. It's just $10. The link so that you can access that reading is going to be in the description. You do have to go through my Etsy store in order to place that order. Also, seekers, help me out by giving this video a like. Also, comment down below. I want to hear from you, seekers. I've been responding to everyone that has been leaving comments. I've been responding, and I love reading the messages that you write. They're inspiring, they're uplifting, and it just definitely keeps me going. So let me know what you thought about the reading. Looking forward to reading those comments. Also, if you're interested in weekly pick a card readings, weekly meaning what's coming next, prediction readings for the week, those are exclusive to Patreons. Okay, so join me on Patreon if you want to unlock those readings. I upload those readings every single Saturday. So join me on Patreon so that you can have access to that. Again, thank you, seekers, for your love. Thank you for your continued support. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day or night. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, where we will answer the question, when will you meet your future spouse? Now, we're going to start with their current situation, their thoughts, their feelings, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to how will the first time or meeting them be like. And then I'm going to provide you with an actual timeline of when you are going to meet this future spouse of yours. Now, before we get started, just want to remind you, seekers, I'm having a fall special, $10 for a 1-question written reading. In order to take advantage of that fall special, you do have to visit my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, seekers, so that you can be alerted whenever I upload one of these pick a card readings. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to discuss is their current situations, thoughts, and feelings. You pick this beautiful jar of light. Behind this jar, we have, I am full of hope, and I take action. Ooh. Alright, so we have an energy here of hopefulness, action. Interesting. Okay, so the second card is from the Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. Let's see what we have. The Secret Path. Okay. An irresistible pull down a distinct path. Ley lines. Mystical traditions. Okay. I like these 2 cards. Okay, I like these 2 cards very much. So immediately what these 2 oracle cards scream when it comes to their current situation, thoughts, and feelings is a journey, a transformative journey. And this is a very distinct kind of journey that they're on. I feel that it's in some ways riddled with tradition. There's a sense of just going through something that feels familiar, feels like potentially is being passed down. So, I think that this person is very, very close with their family at this point in time. Their family are a big part of what they're currently doing. And I feel that they're inspiring this person to do something, to take a certain journey, or to walk a certain path. And so, what that looks like in this century, it could just be that, this person comes from a family of, let's say, lawyers, right? And so now this person is going through that same kind of journey. They're studying the same kind of thing, right? So it looks like they're gaining wisdom, knowledge, understanding, so that they can join the family business. Is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Could also be that. Could be entrepreneurial, right? Could just be that their family have a business, and now it's up to this person to learn the ins and outs of that business, so that they can at some point take over that business, right? But yeah, it just, for me, it just feels like when I look at these two cards and their current situation, thoughts and feelings, they're really just worried about following through on this path that they're on, right? And so this path is something very, very dynamic. Now, when I look at mystical traditions, now those words, they kind of speak to me. Mystical traditions. They speak to me because I feel that it's almost like this person is someone who could possibly be this kind of shaman-like figure. There's mystery behind them. There's this sense of traveling into the forest, into the woods, to try and vanquish the darkness outside and also the darkness within. Come back to your people and be able to inspire them and show them that the path is not as arduous or as terrifying as it may seem. So it's like this person is in many ways trying to help and direct people forward. So they give me kind of this spiritual kind of vibe, and there's a sense of true hope. And what that means is that they're reinvigorated. They want to try and reach the pinnacle of success in this venture that they're on. And they have the right inspiration. They have people backing them up, just being there for them, that they have that support system that sometimes, unfortunately, not all of us have. So they're moving forward very dynamically. It almost feels like they are living their dreams right now, okay? They're living their dreams, and it's very different from most readings that I do, because most readings, I see people trying to essentially reach that, or trying to essentially get to that place. But with this future spouse of yours, they are there. They've reached their dream. They're doing what they've set out to do, what they've set out to accomplish. They're currently doing it. And so now it's just a continuation of that and the evolution of that, because it's not just staying there. Once you obtain something, once you reach your dreams, now you have another path that essentially is revealed to you, and so you follow that new path. But you understand that your foundation has already been built. Your foundation for whatever that dream is there. Now you're able to build on top of that foundation and follow a new path. And that's why we have an irresistible pull down a distinct path. It's irresistible because they just are enthralled by this. This is their dream. So they're living it right now, currently. Interesting. And so also another thing that I just noticed, number 44. Number 44 is the number of the master healer. So it would make perfect sense that this person is a spiritual healer. It's that kind of shaman-like figure that heals that helps heal any kind of trouble or limitation when it comes to people, and the darkness that might ensue. And so it almost feels like this person is on this path to try and help people at this current time. So there is a bit of philanthropy going on here as well. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. So the next question that we're going to try and ask is, how will the first time meeting them be like? All right, so for this, we're going to use the Star Tarot. We're going to let the Star Tarot talk to us. How will this first meeting be like, Spirit? That's the question that we need answered at this moment in time. Help us here, help us here. All right, you've got the Devil reversed, Five of Cups reversed, King of Cups reversed, the Star reversed, and the Knight of Cups upright. Wow. Man, this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, so this is definitely 100% an energy of very physical. You know, this is like a very physical kind of energy. This is, it feels like you're going to meet this person, for some of you, at a club, a lounge, a bar, you know, a place where people go to let their hair down, the local watering hole, you know, a place where just people go to just release some of their tension, to release some of their anxieties, to just release some of their emotional instabilities. For some reason, I keep seeing drinking. Like, there's a lot of drinking going on here, so it's like immediately I feel like a bar setting, right? And you know, ultimately there is this almost grimy feel to this place, right? It's like, it's not a place where people should be too much in, or it's not a place where people should like be frequenting. Like, if you're there on a Tuesday, there's a problem, right? So it's just a place where people go to just kind of unwind. So that's why I'm getting a kind of like a club feeling, like, you know, like this kind of energy of just people having fun. But there's also a very strong carnal drive. Like, people go there to find you know, people to have sex with, and then people to just, you know, have this sense of, there's a physicality to this. That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, with the Devil card, and the reason I say that is because we start with the Devil, and we start with the Devil, not just the Devil, but the Devil reverse, which is definitely talking about ensnarement. It's talking about you know, promiscuity. It's talking about overindulgence. It's talking about too much of a good thing. So definitely, you know, and then we have the Five of Cups, the King of Cups reversed, the Star reversed. And so essentially what it feels like is that this isn't a place where Spirit would recommend that you frequent, right? But it could very well mean that you're being invited here, because we do see some people, right? We see a King of Cups, so we see that someone, maybe a friend or a family member, they're upset. You're trying to cheer them up. You're trying to essentially, you know, help them, motivate them. You're trying to, you know, maybe they went through a breakup and you're trying to just liven them up. Like, we're going to go out, we're going to party, we're going to have a good time. Don't you just wait and see. And so within all of that, this person comes and talks to you, you know, tries to introduce themselves to you. And it's just, so one other thing that I'm noticing as well, that this is for some of you. You might very well be the person that maybe is a little upset, you know, emotionally going through a situation, you know, and this person might present themselves to you in that current time or in that current energy. But that's not true for all of you. Okay, that's just for a small minority of you. What I feel truthfully is that you are trying to cheer somebody up. Someone is definitely going through a problem, and you're trying to cheer them up, or someone is trying to cheer you up, right? This is another thing that I'm seeing here. Someone is trying to cheer you up. Unfortunately, you know, it's not ideal what their solution for cheering you up is. Like, this isn't the kind of place where you would want to go. But it's going to result in something greater. It almost feels like the reason why you are there is to meet this person. You know, this is the kind of feeling that I'm getting. The reason why you are there is because you are going to meet this person. Now, you might not even meet them there. You know, you might meet them outside. You might meet them on the way there. You know, you might meet them when you leave that place. But it's just the journey there that's going to essentially present something to you. And the reason I say that is because of the Star. The Star just talks about taking a journey, right? Being led somewhere. It's not really about the destination. It's really about the journey there, right? And the fact that you are being guided towards something truly beautiful. And that destination is this person. So it's in the journey. Yep, that is what I see here. I'm trying to find more meaning, but that's pretty much it. That's what the cards are showing here. All right, so we are now going to talk about what the actual timeline is. All right, so in order to obtain the timeline, what we're going to do is I'm going to throw 3 cards, okay? And we're going to add up those numbers, we're going to add up those cards, and we're going to get a timeline of when this wonderful meeting is going to take place. All right, here we are. One of them fell, and here we are. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 6, Major Arcana number 6, which is the Lovers, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you add all that up, and we have 17. It's going to take 17 months for some of you to meet this person. Now, here's the interesting part. A lot of you are watching this, so I want to break it down within 3 figures. The first one is 10 months. So for a lot of you, it's going to be 10 months within that time frame. For others, it's going to be 6 months. And for others, it's going to be 1 month. But no more than 17 months added up for all of you. All right, so that is what I see here with those cards. Now, the last thing that I want to do is throw just 1 Oracle card. All right, now this Oracle is going to be from the Archangel Oracle deck by Diana Cooper. And I just want this to be kind of an advice for you at this current time, you know. And it of course has to do with your future spouse. So it's all tied together. So let's go ahead and see what advice we get from this Oracle deck. Archangel Zadkiel. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Okay, so group number 1 got this card. Okay, so if you're watching this, if you pick group number 3, there's a message for you in group number 1 as well. So there's a connection between the 2 readings. So if you have the time, go and watch group number 1 because there's a message for you there. I think that you're going to be able to make more sense of this meeting. And I feel that you're going to gain more understanding out of this reading. So there's 2 groups for you, group number 3. So go back, watch number 1 as well. But anyways, the message here from Archangel Zadkiel is, it is time for transmutation. Carry the violet flame. Beautiful message. And so what this Archangel is here to tell you and communicate to you, group number 3, is that you've reached the point in your life where it's time for change. You know, some of you are going to meet this person in 1 month, okay? Others in 6 months. So, you know, this is right around the corner. Like this time frame is just right around. I've done readings for people where it's been like 4 years, right? And even 4 years is not that long, but still, you know, for some of you, it's 1 month, 6 months, 10 months. I mean, it's right around the corner. So what this Archangel is telling you is, it is time for that change. It's time for that transmutation. I feel that a lot of you have been visualizing and trying to manifest a certain person, a certain future spouse. And I feel like this person is coming to you. This person is now going to be presented to you. You've done the work. You've done the inner healing. You've done that shadow work. You've uncovered the things that you've needed to uncover. You've shined the light on the shadows. And now it feels like you are a person who's ready for this next episode, this next change, what's next, right? The change that's coming. And so it is very much a time for transmutation, and that flame that's been burning inside of you, that flame of manifestation, is now going to turn a different color. It's going to turn violet. And what that means is that there's a connection to spirit. That is the connection to the source. And so now what was thought, what was words, now becomes actual physicality, now becomes physical. So your ability to manifest, your ability to create has now essentially reached a whole new level. So this person is going to be manifested for you. This person is going to come into your life. You've been visualizing this, you've been seeing this, you've believed it, there's just so much visualization magic when you look at this card. And now it's time. You know, this is where spirit essentially comes in and lends a hand and says, here we go, it's time. So beautiful message from Archangel Zadkiel. Again, watch group number 1 because there is definitely a message for you there as well. And that brings us to the very end of the reading. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, group number 3. Just a quick reminder, I am having a fall special for a 1-question written reading for only $10. Okay, so take advantage of that. I am going to leave the link in the description below. You do have to visit my Etsy store to be able to unlock and place that order. And also don't forget to give this video a like. Seekers, help me out by liking the video. Like. Also leave a comment. I want to hear from you. If you've left a comment recently, you know that I've been responding to everyone. Reading those comments really just inspires me, motivates me, and I love connecting with you seekers, right? So leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the reading. If you have any ideas for any future readings, if there's anything that you would like to see changed, you know, I welcome any feedback, any feedback. All right, so let me know. Also, I'm doing weekly readings, you know, like what's coming up next, weekly readings, weekly predictions. So if you're interested in those weekly readings, become a Patreon, right? That is a Patreon exclusive benefit. So become a patron. I'm going to leave the link in the description below as well for that. So look forward to seeing you there in that inner circle. Thank you, seekers, for your love. Thank you. Bye-bye.